You rap. Open it up.
I'm not a rapper.
Real rap, raw.
I need a beat. I'm in the streets doing what I did.
you're
I'm in
not.
the streets. Yo, can I finish my song, bro?
Why would you lie like that?
Yo, run that back.
Like,
Run that
come
back.
on.
You ruined me,
He's
bro.
not
Run
in the
that back.
streets.
Run
He's
that back.
lying already first bar.
Run that back. Forget what he said.
Boom, 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 boom.
I'm in the streets. Like I know I am. I am the Keats. Like I do, I am. I'm in the sheets. With your girl from Cancun. Basketball like a swoon. Shooting that three, no hoop. Yeah, that's all I got.
Shooting it, there's no hoop. This guy said shooting that three, no hoop. What are you talking about, nigga?
How you guys doing though?
Listen, man, I'm good.
Alhamdulillah, I'm good.
Alhamdulillah. I'm good. I'm here. I'm happy. It's Saturday. What day is it today? May 13th.
Oh, your birthday's coming up.
Yeah, a couple days.
Just took it in.
Be turning 67.
Yeah.
You know, joining these guys in the old age.
Are we doing anything for your birthday?
I don't have anything planned, but, you know, just keep your schedule open. You know, we might
I
get it.
got you.
I was thinking about doing a dinner, actually. What do you guys think about that?
I'm down.
Like, invite you.
Good.
Invite
I'll pick the place. Actually, no, you can pick the place. Your birthday. Like I'm not gonna take over his
Like I
birthday.
said, I'll pick the place with some authority right there.
It's your because
This comes once a year, you know?
I'm gonna pick the place.
Just say,
It better be a good place though. I don't like bad food.
then don't come.
He's gonna cuss you out on your birthday. That's what that.
Like if
I know who not to invite.
this is a Moxie's type of nigga, you know.
I'm not no
He's a
Moxie's type of nigga.
D-spot type
Don't
of
do
nigga.
me like
He's a
that.
D-spot type of nigga.
Chill. I would never go to a place called D-spot.
But we need a. I just took it in.
Yo, don't kill me.
But-
That place actually has some dope shit, but like,
They have
just,
great-
like, come on.
Great desserts.
Come on. How could I do that on my birthday, fam? That's a regular shit.
Yeah, he's right.
You know they're making a new Shrek.
Really?
Such
You hear about that?
Yeah, I did.
Number 4?
Number 5.
5.
Number
I
5.
haven't seen number 4.
Cinco. Number 5.
Damn.
Shrek.
That's-
His Spanish.
Unpopular opinion, or it could be a popular opinion. Greatest cartoon or animated franchise.
Cap.
Shrek.
Cap.
I don't think there's anything
What do you
better.
call it?
Are we talking movies or just
Animated.
animated
Yeah,
movies?
movies.
Because
Toy Story?
it only has I would say either Toy Story or Lion King.
Lion King was so no.
Damn, there's Lion King.
Shrek is 1,000,000 times better than Lion King. I don't care what people say. People, that's nostalgia. That's nostalgia talking.
It is
bro.
nostalgia.
Shrek is also nostalgia.
No, Shrek is an actual good, funny movie. I could watch it right now. I could watch that right now.
I
and
can
laugh.
watch Lion King right now too.
Lion King is not that, like, don't get me wrong. I loved it as a kid. But you grow up, it's not that good of a movie.
How many niggas name themselves Simba, fam?
Well, that's,
How many niggas?
how many niggas name themselves Shrek and Donkey?
Only you, alive? Only you. Don't go.
Yo, Fiona?
Who calls himself Fiona?
I had a
That's
crush
such
on
dead
Fiona.
name.
Fiona was cute. Not
She's an ogre,
Not,
literally.
not as the ogre.
She was literally an ogre. fam.
In her human form.
Now I know your type, eh? Say
I like what I like.
You know,
I
he likes
like what I
he
like.
likes when they turn their style around. You know, go from ogre to
You
beauty.
know, he knows. He knows.
Okay. You hear your Shrek form right now?
100%. Nigga, you're the one in green, bro. What are you talking about? What are you talking?
I'm wearing Shrek colors, fam. Don't kill me. You know what's crazy about that film series though? They had so many like items made, material items. Shrek backpack, Shrek fucking food, Shrek cereal, Shrek everything, fam. Shrek socks,
Because it's a great franchise.
Shrek computers, man.
They came out with a movie recently, a spinoff
Shrek
of
Lights.
what's his name? The Boots, the Puss in Boots.
Oh yeah.
And it was a great movie.
That's
I watched that movie.
That was
you
their
know?
second movie, right?
I don't know.
That was a spin-off.
Yeah.
No, but that was not the first one.
The first spinoff of I don't know.
Pretty sure it was. It was like 2011.
No, but they recently came out with another one.
Oh, another.
I heard Donkey's getting a spinoff.
How are they gonna make a spin-off? The Shrek 5's coming up.
Well, it's gonna be like a universe, like a
Oh, Marvel Shrek.
like all of them,
Let's go.
all of them coming together,
Let's
bro.
go, man.
You know he has kids now.
Shrek's kids?
Yeah, he has kids.
They're in the movie.
They're gonna be in the fifth movie. They're probably gonna be teenagers.
He had kids number 3 though.
Yeah, but I mean, like in the fifth movie, they're probably gonna be older now. You know, there's gonna be a group of them niggas in the swamp.
In the swamp.
In the swamp. Pause. A group
Allah,
of
I'm
niggas.
disgusted.
I'm actually so turned off by this conversation right now.
I don't like how he repeated
how
the
the fuck.
swamp.
But that's what he's known for, to be like a swamp.
No, but you sound like a pervert when you said swamp.
But that's where he lives, fam. Yo,
You know what, man? Where else can you get a conversation with 3 grown men talking about Shrek?
Well, I talk about Shrek,
You know,
Shrek in my own time.
Beautiful. This is beautiful, man. This is what the
100%.
Coffee Break Podcast is all about, guys.
But it is the best animated movie of all time. 100%.
I'll give you that one.
Let's change gears to basketball.
Switching
How did you
gears.
guys like the Knicks and Heat game last night? It was game 6, so
It was
series
great.
over.
I'm just happy because the team that beat us is in the conference finals. We didn't get beat by no chumps. We got beat by a real team.
Such a funny way.
I'm just saying, Milwaukee fans, we just lost Bud too.
But you know something that's very interesting?
Yeah.
This could be a rematch of the bubble.
Yeah, no cap. Actually,
like-
the fact that the Heat are in the conference finals right now, we just need to take a moment to realize how crazy that is. Because they had such a dud of a season, a regular season, and on top of that, they lost their second best player in the first round.
That's what I'm saying.
So the fact that they're even here, we need to really start considering Eric Spoelstra as one of the greatest coaches ever.
And Pat Riley.
And Pat Riley is one of the greatest GMs ever.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Butler, okay, the question I have is, with this win in this series, and he's been out for a couple, he missed 1 game, was it?
Yeah.
In the Knicks series so
Second game.
far?
Second game.
Does this put him in the conversations with the Jason Tatums and the Damian Lillards and those guys?
It's so weird to me, bro. Because I know, like, off of logic, I know they're better.
Mm-hmm.
I know Jason Tatum is a better basketball player than Jimmy Butler.
Is he?
But
Is he?
in my honest opinion, right? If I was in a basketball game
Mm-hmm.
and I needed one shot, I'm passing the ball to Jimmy Butler.
Me too.
I know, like, he just plays with a different level of ferocity and
Mm-hmm.
just, like, hustle. Like, you want that type of person on your team.
Exactly.
Like, he is willing this team to the conference finals. And I know his team is great. I'm not saying they're not working hard. But I just find it so interesting that somebody who is an, like, all-star level in the normal season kicks it up to, like, a superstar in the middle, like, nowhere.
We only really see this from like the likes of like LeBron James, you know, Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Well, we used to see it from Kevin Durant, I would say.
Oh, relax.
But on the flip side of this whole series too, like we have to start considering Jalen Brunson as the best point guard in the East.
Well, yeah.
I mean, like obviously James Harden's there, like we know that, but like the fact that he puts up these numbers consistently
Yeah.
and can lead his team to success, high level success. You know, like we have to start really considering surrounding him with the cast that he would need to succeed instead of like finding a star.
The Knicks are very well structured.
Yeah, I personally think they should really consider getting rid of Julius Randle at this
Oh,
point
you're wild.
because
You agree with that, Muqtar?
I just
Stephen A was yelling like that all.
I think he's a great player, but like
I-
he has some personal issues that are a detriment to that team.
I don't know, man.
I would agree though.
I think
Detriment to the team.
I think this generation of basketball are so much like, oh, they're not working out. Let's ship them somewhere else. Why don't you just work on you know he's a great talent. Why don't you just work on him and make sure that he fixes this little defects in his game?
If he was
And
a
you know he's gonna be
relatively
great.
if he was a relatively young player, I would make
He's
sense.
not old.
He's in his 7th year, fam. Going on his 8th year.
He's like 26. What is the fam? That's
he's
not
older than
old.
us. He's older than us.
What is he?
He's like 28.
He's like 28.
That's not old in basketball.
He's
not
in
old?
he's in the prime of his career.
Yeah, but there's so many little things he could do to
He's
get
not
better.
getting better from
The
here.
only thing I'd say is you could fix a broken jump shot. You can't fix personality.
Yeah, that's exactly.
So you're saying he has a
He seems like
He has personal issues. I personally think it's some kind of an anger issue or some kind of an anxiety issue that's going on with him that makes him, it affects his game. And to the point where it's a detriment to the team. He's their second best player.
part of the time he just seems out of the game. He doesn't seem mentally that he's
So many
focused.
times in the regular season, there's been clips of him shouting at teammates, blowing up on referees, just crazy anger.
Okay.
And it's just like, it's unnecessary.
just having emotion does not make you.
No,
It's not emotion, bro.
different.
That's
not-
this sound from what you're describing. It just sounds like he's playing with a lot of emotion.
There was a specific play where the Knicks, I think the Heat scored in Game 5,
Yeah.
and the Knicks were passing up the ball. The ball got stolen. Julius Randle didn't cross half court yet.
Yeah.
He was still relatively around.
Okay.
He didn't run back. The Heat scored because they outnumbered the Knicks. He was, and then the camera showed he was walking still around the 3-point line.
Mm-hmm.
That's the type of thing. It's not like he's showing too much emotion.
Yeah.
It just seems like he's out of it. He's not there.
It seems to me that he's only about his right now.
Melo?
Not even Melo, bro. Like it's worse than that, I would say. Melo was, I feel like Melo thought too highly of himself.
Yeah.
I think Julius Randle isolated himself from this team.
Okay.
Somehow. They have a good core. They have camaraderie on the team. I see them dapping up on the bench and shit like that.
Okay.
But Julius Randle never gets engaged with them. And
I have a
often
question.
blows up.
I have a question for you though, and I just want to connect this to later. Like earlier, what we were talking about. So I understand there's defects in his game, okay? And the point that Muqtar was making, it's more along. It's not a skill set. It's more of a mindset, right?
Effort, yeah.
But do you not think that he deserves a second chance?
Well, this is what, his third season there?
This is fourth
season there.
But he had a great first couple of seasons, no?
No.
Where
No.
before Jalen Brunson was there.
No, I wouldn't say he had a great. He had all right numbers, but he was not the catalyst to take this team anywhere. Jalen Brunson came and they became a playoff team.
He had a solid 2021 playoff run, and then 2022 last year, the Knicks were non-existent.
But you're not gonna pick up somebody like Julius Randle again. Like he is.
Yeah, and his name is Pascal Siakam.
Oh, relax. Are you talking
Trade.
about my Raptors?
Trade. They need Siakam there.
The Raptors
I like
are
that.
blowing up anyway.
I like that spot for Siakam. If Julius Randle can't hold it together, because I personally think Julius Randle is a better player than Siakam, or can be. You know, even the numbers don't show it. But the effort he gives and the mindset he has while on this team right now is definitely cancerous to this team.
Let's go to the next series, Philly and Boston. Game 7 is tomorrow, Sunday.
The best 2 words in basketball. Game 7.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I love to hear that.
That's gonna be a great game.
I can't wait. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be at the edge of my seat. This is really gonna be a legacy-defining game for James Harden.
James Harden, he's not the best player there.
He's not the best player there, but he has the most to prove in my opinion.
No, the person who has the most like what's that word I'm looking for?
Expectation?
Yeah, the most expectation is Joel Embiid. He just won the MVP.
No.
He is
Joel Embiid still-
supposedly the best player in
The
basketball.
thing is, he has time on his clock to go get that one. James Harden does not have the same
Why
time.
would the second best player have that much of a defining game? He's the
He's a
second
two-time
best.
MVP winner. The two-time
He's
or
one
one time?
time.
One time.
One time, yeah.
Yeah.
Should be a two-time, but that's a different discussion. But he's a former MVP. He was the closest to taking out the Warriors from championship contention. Like, he's proven himself to be on a caliber that
Yeah.
Joel Embiid is on, or even he has surpassed what Joel Embiid is currently at right now at a certain point of his career. On top of the fact that he's already been to a finals in 2012, and he doesn't have much of his career left in front of him. So if he doesn't snag a ring, he's gonna be on when we're talking about him after his career is done. We're gonna be talking about him like we talk about Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady.
Yeah, no, I'm
Charles
not
Barkley,
denying that, but
you
I
know?
don't think
It's gonna be a
the
huge stain on his
superstar.
career.
It's the superstar that has to have this on their back. It's not
I think that Joel
James Harden.
Embiid has more of an expectation to do better in Game 7.
Yeah.
But I think for their careers, right, and for the narrative that's currently ongoing right now, James Harden is more scrutinized if they lose.
Hey, possibly.
I personally would
I
say
just think that if the MVP doesn't perform well, it's like that is like the
Well, it's
biggest
not just.
tell.
It's not.
Like Jokic, the counterpart Jokic just had a crazy
But
game.
this is not about
Right?
their. It's not the expectations on their counting stats. It's the expectations on their actual legacy, right? James Harden has been in the career. He's been in the NBA for what, 5 years longer than Joel Embiid, 7 years longer than Joel Embiid. So he has an expiring clock in front of him.
Was it 2009 to 2014, right?
Yeah. So what, like a 5 year difference?
Yeah, okay.
So his clock's expiring, and all his counterparts, all his peers have one, right? You have Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, LeBron James.
Dame doesn't.
Dame is a little bit after James Harden.
2012.
Yeah, but I
But-
think they're in the same, like,
I would say so.
Years.
Dame's like a small little tad bit behind them. He's more of a newer guy than they are. He has a little bit more ahead of him. But James Harden, he's really going to be, if he gets a championship this year, not only does he have a chance to be highly regarded on the all-time list, but he could snag a Finals MVP. He could play well enough to be. He could play better than Joel Embiid in the finals.
Do you think he would take the third spot of best shooting guard of all time over Dwayne Wade.
I think he's better than Dwayne Wade all time.
But right,
He's not higher all
I
time.
don't know. Yeah, but if he won a championship, there would be a good debate between him or Dwayne Wade.
All time?
Yeah.
No. Dwayne Wade, people will always see Dwayne Wade as better because he led a team to a championship. And James Harden didn't.
Fair.
The 06 team.
So who do you guys have winning that? Boston and
Philly. I want Philly to win.
I know I'm wearing green right now, but there's no team I despise more than those fucking Boston Celtics, bro. I love the guys, but the city, the people,
I agree.
the organization, the franchise, even the colors, they don't deserve to wear green.
So you guys
Should
both
be
on
reserved for Milwaukee.
Yeah, I'm on Philly. I don't like.
Let's go to Denver and the Suns first, and then I'll go that one.
Denver has proven to me that Kevin Durant is worse than Steph Curry.
Nah.
Yep.
Nah.
Yep. I like this Denver team. I'm 100% going to say it on camera. I was wrong about them. I completely thought that they were a dud of a team. They had no reliable guys, and Jokic was a fraud. I was wrong. I'm going to say that on camera.
Wasn't it last week that I was saying that Denver is that team? And I think both of you guys are like, oh, there's no good second player. Oh, no, good.
Yeah, well, we were talking about them winning it all in that context.
Fair.
You know, I still don't think they can beat the Lakers.
I think they can.
I don't think they can.
But anywho.
But Kevin Durant's not better than Steph Curry now because Jokic proved that. And Devin Booker, I'm not gonna lie, he's a sorry ass nigga.
No.
Show up to the media day.
Great, man.
I mean, he's great on the court.
great.
He's great on the court, but to be considered as like a Kobe-like player, you gotta be able to handle criticism. And this is the second year in a row now he's running away from the media when he loses in a big time game.
I don't think that has anything to do with their basketball ability, though. I don't care.
It's not about his basketball ability. It's just about how he's regarded. You know, he's not gonna be considered in the class of Kobe Bryant.
Just because he doesn't talk to the media.
Yes,
But
yes.
I judge people based on what they produce on the basketball court.
It's not just about that.
That's what it is for me.
If you want to,
I don't care how they talk to ESPN. You think I care about that?
Brother, if you're running from the cameras when the lights are bright, then you're not cut like that. No matter who you are.
That's fair, but when I talk about great basketball players, I don't talk about what they do outside of the basketball court. You know, but I get where you're coming from.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
I'm just talking about right now, though. Right now, everybody's laughing and clowning him because he ran from the media.
like Dylan Brooks, right?
Exactly. They're saying, how are we gonna roast Dylan Brooks and not roast this nigga?
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Do you guys see Denver coming out of the West?
No,
Yeah.
no chance.
Okay.
100%.
Give me a reasoning.
I told you this last week. I just think they're a very well structured team. When I watch Denver basketball, it's what every coach would love for their team to be.
How are they gonna stop Anthony Davis though?
How are they going to stop Jokic? How are they
Anthony
going to stop
Davis.
Jamal Murray? How are
Anthony
they
Davis is gonna stop Jokic. I promise you
I
that.
don't think I think Jokic is a better player than Anthony Davis. I think
Yeah,
I
he
think
is,
Anthony
he is.
Davis.
I'm wrong.
I think Anthony Davis is defensively. I think right now one of the best in
Best
the
defender in the
league.
league.
But I just don't think with all the the weaponry that Jokic has, there's no stopping him. If you want to stop him, he passes it to the right person. If you can't stop him, he scores 50. Like
He's not scoring 50 on AD, fam.
All right, last series before we wrap up the basketball talks. Lakers and Warriors. Wrap that series up for me.
I think personally the Lakers are just a stronger defensive team. It came down to open shots being made, and the Warriors, Klay Thompson specifically, couldn't handle the heat.
You know what? I agree. I'm not gonna lie.
As a Warriors
It
fan,
sucks.
you agree?
No, I'm not a Warriors fan.
You're a Curry fan.
I'm a Clay and Steph fan.
You're just a Curry fan.
No, I don't like anybody. Actually, I like Draymond a little, but I'm not.
You like Draymond?
Yeah, I like his
No
podcast.
way.
I like his podcast. But
The Draymond Green Show.
fam, the Jordan
Shout out
Poole.
to Draymond Green Show. We need to do a collab.
I think Jordan Poole finessed the world.
140 mil next
I think he finessed the world. I don't think he's that guy. I think they had hopes for him to be part of the new Splash Bros. You know, this is the second coming of Steph Curry. If we kind of make him great, he can be that person for us. No, he doesn't have what it takes.
I disagree.
He has no basketball IQ.
Yeah.
He's on the court for no reason. He has no awareness.
No reason.
Fam.
He can shoot them.
He can shoot them.
Yeah.
But he's like J.R. Smith. All he knows is contested basketball shots. You know.
We're not about to sit here and roast JR, man.
No, JR is. I'm not saying he's not great, but
He's minding his own business of golf.
fair. What I'm saying is, this guy is attracted to contested shots, and I don't understand why.
I'll tell you this. I 100% agree with you. You are 100% on the money. But the reason why I'm not so quick to judge his performance this year in that regard for the future is because he's so young, you know, and he has so much time to get better as time goes on. And there's two factors that I really have faith in that are gonna make him a good player. He's playing behind the greatest point guard of all time.
Sure.
He's playing behind one of the greatest coaches of all time. Those two factors right there equate to better ball IQ.
I don't
You
know
know,
about that,
if he
bro.
spends time on it, he has.
I think Steve Kerr's overrated, but keep going.
Yeah. So just final
We could go into that for another 20 minutes, but
Lakers Nuggets final thoughts.
Denver's
Who do you
winning.
guys see coming
Denver's
out?
winning.
in what?
And it's 6.
Okay, how about you?
Lakers in 7.
And then you guys both said Philly's gonna come out of that.
Yeah,
bottom.
Philly's coming out.
And then who do you guys see Philly then?
I don't know, man. I don't
I'm
know.
taking Heat.
Heat? How about you?
The Heat just are different, bro.
I'm undecided. Let me leave it at that.
The Heat are
No,
different.
you have to pick.
I'm undecided though. Like I
You
can't.
have to make final picks.
Do you have a coin I could flip?
Like,
I don't know. I just
Philly is
I'm
more
gonna leave it.
talented,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
but Miami is just,
Hungrier.
they're hungry, bro. When I
Yeah.
see them, they just look different.
Okay, so we could leave it at that then. No, but there it seems like there's a lot of interesting stories that are coming out of the NBA. A lot of players that have had long careers to this point, and it seems like the last 4 teams right now, Joel Embiid, Jokic, James Harden, they have all had a lot on their jacket, a lot of media turmoil put on them, but they all needed a fresh start. So keeping that in mind, James Harden, Anthony Davis got to new teams, and seems like they hit the reset button.
Yeah.
Do you guys believe in that though? Do you guys believe in people getting second chances?
Yeah. You know what? And the fact that we were just talking about Jordan Poole right now is a good segue to this because he's somebody that deserves a second chance because of his age, I would say.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that is because there's been time and time again, if you look at the history of the NBA, it's players who had rough starts to their career, didn't know what their placement was, tried their best to make it work, and then still ended up having Hall of Fame worthy careers. It's happened time and time again.
Fair.
And the fact that Jordan Poole is already exceptional at something in basketball, which is shooting, there's room for actual greatness there because he's playing behind the greatest shooter of all time, you know?
Yeah.
So with that being said, I think the Warriors would be taking the biggest L if they got rid of Jordan Poole now because they just committed to him financially. He has a 4-year contract on the horizon.
Yeah.
And if they lose him, then they really have to hit the reset button, like in terms of everything. So he deserves a second chance, I would say.
I totally agree. I think he does deserve a second chance, but I don't think what's wrong with him is not his basketball skills. I think it's all up in his mental. Like he needs like some form of a class or some form of a teaching from somebody who has the highest of basketball IQ, which is a lot of problem. I feel like Draymond is very intelligent. I feel like Steph is super. Like I don't understand why he is not that great of a basketball player when it comes to his mind. Like, bro, the resources around you is
He's only within his few first years.
But bro, you're around Stephen Curry, bro. You're around Draymond Green. These guys are wizards. Like
I look at it like this though, like those are experienced veteran people, you know, in and not just in basketball too, in life too, you know, like in the situation of second chances, age can be a real factor of somebody either not getting a fair shake or putting some kind of imprint on their character that is, you know, unreasonable or unwanted. And then time can go on and then they can really earn that second chance.
No, but that's why history is important, brother. It's because you don't have to experience these firsthand. You can learn from the mistakes of other people in order to understand why whatever you're doing is wrong.
But on the flip side of that, I feel like you learn best when you make mistakes. Don't you think so?
But you can also, fair. No, I'm not denying that. But you should know if X and B equals this, that for another person, you get to see it in firsthand view. You know what I mean?
That's
let me take it's bigger than just basketball, right?
Yeah.
Let me give you guys a scenario. Imagine your older brother or older sister is sitting down with you and tells you, this is what I've been through my first job.
Yeah.
These are the type of characters I've come across, and this is how I dealt with it. Just because you had that experience, would you be able to go into a corporate environment and when those same problems come along, would you be able to handle it just because you were given some answers?
Not really though, because it's not the same experience, right? It's a similar experience,
Yeah.
but every time, okay, when you're faced in a situation, it's not going to be identical to someone else's experience, right?
Fair, yeah.
Even if you guys are in the same environment, it's going to be a different experience, maybe.
Yeah.
So like, you can't base somebody else's troubles or flaws or fuck ups in their life based off what's in front of you in that sense, right? You could use it as guidance,
Yeah.
right? But not to a fault, like.
No, I 100% agree with that. But I'm saying rather than you going in with nothing, being able to have somebody else's experiences and being able to navigate using the mistakes that they've made, you're not starting from ground zero. Now you're starting from like another level.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
I
true.
feel like the situation that Muqtar just said, like having my sister or my brother's like first-hand experience, I'm able to take that, understand it, and kind of take away stuff to use in my own personal life.
You should also be ready to face the same turmoil,
Yeah.
even though you have context of the situation
course,
that
of course,
happened, right?
Yeah.
So like in that sense, that's just life, fam. That's just how it goes. Like you're gonna be faced with experiences that other people have had that you probably know of, but it may be 100% different for you.
That's fair. But what I'm saying is have something than nothing. You know what I mean?
That's true. I get what you're saying, but my question would be: would you condemn somebody for not having that knowledge and then making a real bad decision or mistake in their life?
Nah. If you have no resources around you to support you, I understand the trial and error, doing it until you get it right. But going back to that basketball reference, like for somebody who doesn't understand basketball, if you're new to the game and you have these two people who are considered to be highly intelligent in the sport, and you come on the basketball field, the basketball court, and you just look like you don't know, like from your arm, from your leg. Whose fault is it at that point if you don't reach out to these people and try to understand their knowledge rather than you going through your own ego and thinking you don't need it?
But how do we even know he's not doing that?
Well, if he's not, he's doing a terrible job.
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
He's a young player, but
that's what I'm saying. Like
you're looking at him a certain way. But how many players have been through that Warriors organization? That Jordan Bell. There's a lot of guys that had high talent that didn't last.
That's fair.
James Wiseman.
No, but Jordan Poole has, in my opinion, he's been a while since they had somebody who was young who had great talent. Am I wrong?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like,
And they
I
paid
think-
him. They paid him. So
Yeah, they paid him money,
They
so they
believe in him.
believe in him too, right? I think Andrew Wiggins is an example of somebody who came from an organization that was not good, and now he's in the system and he's learning from the greats around him.
He's being called a bust.
Just look at the comparison though. Like Andrew Wiggins had time to be on the Minnesota Timberwolves to actually suck and take in all the criticism, and then came to the Warriors and had a fresh start.
Okay.
We need to give that same opportunity to Jordan Poole. He's just in his fourth season.
But going back to the point I made, there's a difference between trial and error and learning from your own mistakes or learning from the people around you who've already had those mistakes.
And not only that, but I think a big factor with him, and I don't want to spend too much time on basketball because there's other points too, but he already won a championship,
Fair.
So he's been at the top of the mountain already, So
He's been carried to the top of the mountain.
fair enough, that's true, but he's tasted the championship already.
He has,
you know.
yeah.
So in my theory going into this season, and which probably in my opinion led to the Draymond Green punch, was that he was feeling himself a little bit too much.
Fair.
Yeah. And his ego got in his way.
Yeah.
And it led to this season turning out the way it did, right? But the reason why I say he deserves a second chance is because he's so young that he hasn't gotten to the point where he can be considered a bust, or there's no time left.
It's not a bust.
Yeah, that's what
not
I'm
a
saying.
bust.
I'm saying they deserve to keep him and give him a shot because they paid him.
He deserves a second chance. He 100% deserves. But what I'm saying is, I think in this offseason, he should spend more focus on something that's not on the basketball court. I think it should be a check. This should be like a check-in. Like he should have a conversation with himself and the people around him to understand that he needs to go through some type of a development to understand why the pieces are not working for him on the basketball court. Because he has everything he needs to succeed. However, he doesn't have this up here.
Let me ask you this. Let me make it a...
Pardon?
IQ?
Yeah, he doesn't
Yeah,
have
definitely needs to work on his IQ. 100%. Needs to get in the gym with someone like
that. And he's skinny too.
Tyrese Halliburton. He needs to get in the gym with somebody who plays IQ first.
Yeah.
And then that will change his game. But let me ask you this. I want to make it a little bit more personal.
Go ahead.
Let's say you had someone in your past who was like a bully or some kind of irritant to you?
Had a lot of those.
I know you did. You have a list. You have a long list, and I know about it.
I'm like Arya. I don't know you guys don't understand Game of Thrones, but I'm like Arya Stark. Anybody who ever said anything to her, she wrote it down on the list, and she killed them one by one.
This guy has the hit list. I know.
But keep going.
But now that so let's say this happened to you at a younger age. When you run into these people, and if it has happened, I want to know your experience. When you run into these people as an adult now, do you give them a fair shake?
100%.
Or do you look at what they've done to you in the past? Does that still hold any merit in your life?
No. Like, I like to believe that the people who we were as younger was as a result of, like, the environment around us, social pressure, being this person. So whenever I encounter people who I didn't really like when I was younger, it's like water under the bridge. You know,
Is
like
your guard all the way down?
Pardon?
Is your guard all the way down?
No, like I always have guards up, regardless of strangers.
Yeah,
you know?
but I mean, like, do you have some kind of extra guard, knowing that this person was
not really,
kind of an asshole?
not really. I
Really?
give them like that fresh plate. Like
Really?
like you did me no wrong.
Really?
I'm not somebody who holds on to grudges, unlike somebody. But you know, like.
Who's somebody?
You know, I'm not saying it, but you know, I like
sending shots?
No. But like, I love to forgiving is so important to me.
100%. I would agree.
Like, if I want my creator to forgive me for the sins that I make, I want to at least be able to embody that somewhat. You know,
100%.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm all about forgiveness. Like, something I'm not gonna forget though is like how you did me wrong. Like, I'll be a little bit more cautious, but I'm talking about when it's like when we're youth and where you don't really understand right from wrong. Water under the bridge, bro.
I'm not forgetting that shot. I heard
Because
that.
you don't forgive, bro. Like, there's stuff from when we were like.
What was her name? Arya Stark?
Yeah,
He's Arya Stark.
he is.
You're Arya
100%.
But the reason why I bring this up and it's so interesting is because, like, I kind of disagree a little bit. I know what you're saying, right? Everybody deserves that, fresh start. But especially, and this has happened to me in my life, I'm like, when I run into somebody I used to have problems with, I give them that fair shake, right? Surface level, when I'm talking to these people, I'm assuming they're viewing me in the sense that I'm friendly, I'm open, I'm willing to understand them, and I want to be engaging with them. But in my mind, I'm waiting for them to fuck up again. I'm just waiting that's where that extra layer of guard comes in for me, because I'm like, I have past trauma with you. I don't want to relive any trauma. So let me give you the fair shake until you break the line, or you cross the line.
Yeah.
So I always keep it in the back of my head. If I ever had an issue with this person and we were on good terms, I'm always thinking to myself, just don't forget that one time they did this, this, and this, and this. They have this in them. Yeah. So wait for it. If it comes out, you'll be ready.
Okay,
that's kind of how I see the world.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. But another angle to that is, like, when we're younger, bro, we just don't know how to manage relationships. Like, and I'm not giving bullies an out by all means, but like, we don't know what's going on with their at-home situation. We don't know what's going on with their friendships. We don't know what type of stress they're dealing with. And I'm not saying that you are the outlet that they need, but maybe you are that comfort. And I'm not justifying it by any sort, but I like to give people the benefit of the doubt that they didn't mean it like that. And whenever we do see each other, especially we're at the age right now where the people who did us wrong like that, it's been like 10 years or so, right? So they had a lot of time for self-growth and they had a lot of time to understand each other. And typically, bro, like a couple of weeks ago, I saw somebody who wasn't so nice to me when I was younger.
Really?
And they're
on the list a lot?
Yeah, they're on the list.
Hey.
Number 13.
They got scattered?
Number 13. But like, they only had open arms for me. Like, we gave each other a hug. We're like, how you been? Normal, awesome conversation for somebody who you haven't talked to in a while, right? And I like to give people that benefit of doubt. But to counteract that, when we're older, like around this situation, and someone does me wrong, I come at it from a different perspective.
Okay.
Like, I think we're at that age right now where we understand ourselves a little better. So that, like, the actions that you take are more in line with who you actually are.
100%.
So if you snake me as of this age, you're at the front of the list.
You're just a snake.
Yeah, you're just a snake. Like, you've had the time to realize who you are. You know what I mean? Yeah, but
I understand.
Can I ask another question though?
Yeah.
Which one's harder to give a second chance to? Dating and relationships or a friendship betrayal?
Oh, friendship.
Which one would you be willing to bounce back with easier?
Friendship is easier.
I think I
Friendship is
disagree, fam.
No, let me tell you why. Friendship is easier because, not to say, like your relationship is more important, but managing a friendship is a little more easy than managing a relationship.
Yeah, 100%.
Like one is you give that person everything you have,
Yep.
and the other is, like not saying friendship is not important, but it's like it's less of a commitment.
Fair enough.
And the point I'm making is it's just easier to manage a relationship with a friendship than a relationship because I'm less committed to a friendship than I am in a relationship. Like for a relationship, I feel like I give 100% always.
I also think though it depends on how you broke off the relationship or the friendship, right? Because like, yeah, you're right. Like you are in a deeper connection with somebody you're like involved in.
Yeah.
Right. But that being said, the reason why I think you can like rekindle a relationship or like give second chance to a relationship is because you already have that established connection. So if it wasn't anything really major that was like a disturbance to that, then a lot of people, that's why a lot of people get back with their exes, because they miss the piece that they had together, and sometimes that can work. That could be a long-term thing moving forward. I've seen marriages that are broken up several times, like it's possible, but
I disagree with that. I feel like a lot of the reason why people go back to their exes is for comfort.
That's
it's
true.
It's like they're scared to try a new.
Well, this is being in mind that there isn't any actual like traumatic thing that broke them up.
Of course.
So I think that since there's already that deep-rooted connection established, it's because like I see this often, bro. Like people who dated who left on like mutual terms, they stay in friendships for a long time. It seems, it's because they have that connection, they have that deep understanding, and it's hard to find it in a person, right?
Fair.
So I think that's where the rekindling and stuff. That's why it's so fucking like it happens so often, I think at least it had happened to me. I'm not about that shit.
Can I put something on it though?
Yep.
Let's say it's the same betrayal. Let's say they.
It can't be the same though, in my opinion.
No, but let's say they cheated. She cheated on you with him. With the friend.
Not with me.
Oh, they're cut.
No, not with you.
Cut. They're both cut.
The camera can't see me. Point.
We'll never do that.
No, but let's say which one would you be easier to forgive if they not slept with each other or anything like that?
Yeah.
Let's say they kissed.
What, like my
Your
significant
friend?
other and my friend?
Yeah.
They're both getting cut off.
Yeah, but who are you more upset at?
Who would be more inclined to forgive?
Oh, yeah, that's the question.
I don't know. I feel like it would be like to be honest, bro, I think I would be super upset. I think that's the only situation where I feel like the friend betrayal is worse than the girlfriend betrayal.
You think so? You
But
don't think the girlfriend
if it
betrayal is
was
worse?
anybody else that isn't my friend,
You don't
100%,
think-
it's always the girlfriend.
You don't think the girlfriend's worse in that situation?
No, that's the only time where I think the cheating is more on the friend's end because, like,
disagree
for
heavily.
example, okay, let me finish. For example, if my girl was to sleep with anybody, I would feel more like hurt by her because I expect dudes to want to sleep with anything that walks. You know what I mean?
Fair, but you're
But when it comes,
you still have to be okay with that as the girl. Like you still have to make the decision. I'm gonna cheat on you.
yeah, no, that's 100%. That's why But the dude doesn't know me. For him, it's more along the lines of like, oh, she's a girl. I'm this. Let's get it on, right?
Okay.
But if it's like my girl and my friend, supposedly probably like I knew my friend longer, right?
Yeah.
So he knows the emotions and the commitment and everything that I put into this relationship, and he still took the extra mile to cheat on her.
What if he has feelings for her?
Bro, find somebody else. There's
You're gonna be
8 billion people, bro.
You're gonna be mad
100%.
if your friend came to you and said, "Yo, I fucked up. I'm so sorry. I have feelings for your girlfriend." How would you take that
I
conversation?
think that would be such an awkward conversation.
How would you handle that? Is fuck you for life, get out of my face, you bitch? Or is it like, let's talk about this?
Let's talk about this. But it's different. That's a different situation than if he actually went through and did it behind my back.
Yeah, but let's say like it's out in the open now.
Yeah.
You're having the conversation. Is it still
Long
fuck
story
you?
short, he would have to drop it.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
Let's say that's all been addressed already, right? The conversation is now, yo, I kissed your girlfriend, but I really, really, really am in love
You're
with her.
cut. You're cut. She's cut. I don't want to hear from either
But
of you.
is the reaction, fuck you, get out of my face?
That's
you piece
exactly
of
what it
shit?
is.
Or is it, let's have a conversation about
That's
it?
not. At that point,
You don't
it's
want
not
to
a
get to the
conversation.
bottom of why your friend is in love with your girlfriend?
No. I don't need to know why you like my girl if at that point you've already done it. Like,
So-
you've already... Go ahead.
If okay, you're saying that both relationships are severed.
Severed, yeah.
So if they got together after they severed, you severed the relationship.
Has nothing to do with me at that point.
Okay.
Has nothing. Like, do you? I'm out of the situation. You're both toxic as hell. You
You'll
deserve
be
each
crying
other.
your bed alive.
100%. But you know, I'll get over it eventually.
Listening
But
to Marvin's Room. Let's go, man.
I'll be in an episode. But yo, at the end of the day, you guys deserve each other, and karma's coming your way.
Fair.
You know what I mean?
Fair.
Or if karma's not coming, I'm coming, bro.
Come with a shotgun alive.
Okay.
Don't kill me.
Holy.
Don't kill me.
Yo.
No, I mean, in that
I'll just
situation
say-
right there, I would be mad as hell, but I would want to. I need answers.
Answers of
I
what?
need answers. I need to know how this happened, why this happened. Like, I need all that context, or else I won't be able to sleep at night.
So who are you more willing to forgive then?
Probably the girl,
Wow.
because I just don't see. I can't see, like you said right now, like I can't see the guy or my friend coming up to me and saying, "Yo, this and this." Like it's cut off, fam.
They are both.
If I had to choose, I mean, I'm obviously
you
on
had
his
to
side.
choose,
If I'm
yeah.
on his side, I'm obviously on his side. They're both getting cut off.
They're
I
both
have
getting-
self-esteem, you know. But in the case of if I had to choose, it'd
More
probably be the girl.
inclined to yeah to
Yeah,
forgive.
probably the girl because
I don't even think I would ever forgive either. Bro.
obviously I agree with you. But he's asking me if I had
Within
to.
the scenario.
had
Yeah,
to,
If I
in
had
the
to.
scenario.
I don't know. I'll probably agree with him if I had to,
Mm.
but the chances are I wouldn't. But if I had to, if there was like a gun in my head like this, you have to forgive one of them. But I highly doubt I would. Though.
Yeah, I'm not saying you would, but in hypothetical, if you're faced with one of them, you have to forgive one of them. It'd most likely be the girl in my situation.
Okay, let's take the emotion out of it then. For let's say it's business.
Mhm.
And your friend accidentally snaked you, would you give that second chance?
Yeah, I would.
And
I would
got
need-
you out some
I would.
money.
That's the thing. Like, I would need to have a conversation. We need to have a conversation as soon as possible, and you need to answer some really critical questions.
Yeah.
You know, and even then, still, the friendship is probably still never going to be the same.
Fair, yeah.
But there's room for a second chance there. Because
Yeah.
money comes and goes, fam. That can't be the catalyst to ruin a friendship. You know.
I agree. And to add to that, I just think our business relationship will never be recovered.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you and I can possibly still recover some form of a friendship that we've had.
Yeah.
Because if I got into a business friendship like relationship with you, that means I trusted you. You know.
Not only that, but if that happened, not only have you now not become a friend, you're a competition to me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try my best to eat more than you.
100%.
You know,
Yeah.
no offense.
I'll destroy you.
We say no offense to.
I'm saying all the competition out there. Sorry if I step on your neck. I'm looking at the camera. I'm not looking at you.
I'm looking at you, bro.
What was her name? Arya.
Arya Stark.
Yeah, that's strike two for you.
You can
He's putting on the list, man.
put me on the list, fam.
That's strike two.
Don't kill me.
That's funny.
No, but in all essence of this conversation, no, second chances are needed, fam. Like, we're humans at the end of the day, you know, like, we're gonna fuck up, we're gonna make mistakes. It's in your best interest to at least visit the idea of giving a second chance, because or else you're just gonna be a person who just holds grudges and just has hate for everybody in the world, and that's not a way to live,
I agree with you.
you know.
And just to round off the conversation, I wholeheartedly agree with second chances, but I don't agree with third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. I think if you messed up after a second chance, at that point, you want me to forgive you, at that point, you're just pulling on the emotional strings and trying to manipulate me into thinking that you can do better, you know? I think if somebody messed up twice with you, at that point, they don't respect you.
Yeah.
And if they don't respect you, you can't have a foundation of a friendship. You know, at that point, they don't see you on the same level. They know they can walk over you whenever and come back at their free will, right?
Yep.
So second chance is just everything. If you F up one more time, I hope you the best elsewhere. I'm not somebody who's gonna be ever praying for your downfall, but I don't want you in my circle or my life or any form of beside me, you know?
So basically, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on
Shame
me.
on you.
Yeah, basically. Exactly. Just like my boy J. Cole said.
J. Cole said that.
Fool me one time,
Shame on you. Fool me twice, can't put the blame on you. Fool me 3 times, fuck the peace shine, load the chopper, let it rain on you.
And with that being said, this is another episode of the Coffee Break Podcast, guys. I hope you enjoyed what you liked. I hope you come back for more. I'm your host, Slim. These are my brothers.
Jama.
Muqtar.
and we'll see you next week.